Hello, Romain. How are you, sir?
Hello, Nigel. I'm doing pretty well. It's a pleasure to speak to you.
Good, and
I
it's
cannot
good to speak to you too.
thank you. I cannot believe when I get the DM from Walker. I couldn't believe a
Ruckus.
French guy,
Yeah,
Rocas, yes, a French guy is
yeah.
going to be interviewed by someone
See,
like you.
now you just now you're just giving away where you are now. So obviously you're French, but are you in France at the moment, or are you somewhere else?
No, I am in France. I
You're in
not
France.
about the travel-free money for now, but it's on the work.
Okay, okay, okay. So, Romain, tell me a little bit about yourself.
A little me about me. So I'm 31 years old Frenchman.
Hmm.
I was a matrix slave for 10 years. Matrix slave, matrix pound for 10 years. And
Hmm.
then I started to wanted more. So it's the by the time Andrew and Tristan start to becoming famous on the internet. So I started to lead in the entrepreneur way. I try some local shop, I try some online shop, drop shipping, obviously,
Hmm.
becoming an influencer on TikTok, on Instagram. But without someone to lead you in the right direction, you obviously fall apart in many ways. So you lost
Hmm.
yourself.
Yep.
So I go down a downward spiral.
Hmm.
Pardon my accent.
That's fine.
With alcohol, depression, and all
Oh.
that kind of stuff. And that was by the time Andrew started to speak about how depression isn't real.
Hmm.
And by the time I see this, I start to believe in this. I was completely broke. My account go from minus $1,000 to minus 1.5K every month.
Hmm.
So one day I say, why these guys still walking around the internet? Why is it so famous? Why is it so relevant? So as people who like to go deeper in the information, I decide to give him a chance and get to know him. So sorry. So that's when I start to learn about the real world, about
Hmm.
the brother and their objective toward the people who join the real world. And one day I say, just what is $49 to invest in yourself? So I come in, I joined the copywriting campus,
Hmm.
and it's been 3 years now. So the first year I've done what every people do in, I believe, in the real world. If you, I don't remember if it was an emergency meeting or a TED speech, but when Andrew and Tristan speak about the low class, the high class, and the middle class, about
Yeah.
when you are in the middle class, you are not angry enough to go in the right side. So I was in the middle class, so I take it slowly. I want to my outreach to be perfect. I want a review. I want someone to tell me you can go. So I was
Hmm.
the first year. The second year, I try my best to send the maximum of outreach, persuaded in 10 or 20 mail send someone going to answer positively, someone is
Hmm.
going to give me work and allow me to upgrade my finance,
Hmm.
and that was a fake dream. So here we are in the third years in the real world, where I completely start from scratch, locked in, as he said, and I started to mass outreaches. I started to work on myself. I started to quit alcohol. I decided to believe in depression isn't real. So
Hmm.
now I'm in the best shape I've ever was, even when I was 20. I started to get some clients, not really very profitable clients, but someone who talk about me to a friend, someone who talk to a friend, and etc. and etc.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now for 2 consecutive months, I made myself to the leaderboard of the copywriting campus. I've made around, I believe, 22, 23K in the real world.
Wow, that's good.
And I start to believe it's possible to lead this 5K a month by the end of the years. And if I place my pound on the chessboard well, maybe 10K a month by January. via
Good.
copywriting, via
See, I would have asked you those questions, but you got in there beforehand, which is absolutely fantastic. Um, the reason why probably Andrew says depression isn't real because it's a state of mind. It's a
Mm,
state. It's a state that your mind is in at that precise moment, and there's a lot of factors that contribute towards feeling like the way you do. Okay, again, like you said, alcohol, not eating right, not sleeping right, not feeling confident about yourself, not feeling confident about your ability that you have.
mhm.
Okay, now you know you've got that confidence, and now you've got that ability. Now you know you can push forward. Okay, cool. You can still have a drink every now and then, but you know you're not going to let that run your life. Okay, you can I don't know, you can go out and party. Uh, I know once a month, but you know that you've got to knuckle down and you've got to focus. Okay, so it's a state of mind that when people say depression is real, well, depression is not real. It's a state of mind that you're in at the moment. No form of pharmaceutical pills can help that. It's about you being able to take yourself out of that situation. Okay. And I say that because, I, before, I've kind of felt that way before as well. And I felt that way after a fight. I had a fight and then I lost the fight in the first minute and a half. And I went into my shell. I'm not gonna say I was, but I went into my shell. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to speak to my girl at that point in time. Do you know what I mean? She was getting on my nerves. She's like, "Oh, snap out of it. You'll be fine. You'll be fine." To be fair, what she was saying was absolutely right. I should just snap out of it. But how I did snap out of it was probably about 3 or 4 months later when I decided I was still doing my normal day to day thing, going to the gym, etc., etc., etc. No, sorry, going to work. Wasn't necessarily going to the gym. I avoided the gym, the kickboxing gym, but I didn't avoid the normal gym because I could just zone out. As soon as I went back into the gym, everyone was like, "Where the hell have you been?" They swore at me actually. "Where the hell have you been? Why have you been to the gym? You're an idiot." Yeah, but what do you mean? Yeah, but get into line, get into class, and put your gloves on so we can punch you in the face. So for me, that kind of made me feel so much better. So I wasn't worrying about anything. I was worrying about something that I shouldn't have been worrying about. I should have just faced up to what I needed to do was get myself back into the gym to help me like feel a lot better about myself. And
Stop
then
worrying about the
yeah,
real
not
problem.
worrying about things that things have happened. You can't worry about things that have just happened now. All you know is to set a plan for yourself to actually make them better. And you're possible to do that. And this is a prime example of you just making those steps. So once you cut out all of the things that you need to cut out and you focus on the things that you need to focus on, then everything else will just come into play. Everything else will just naturally just roll forward.
Going right. Yeah,
Yeah,
going forward.
exactly. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
I like to say to my friends and my family that it's the law of attraction. When I was in the downward spiral, sorry,
Hmm.
I've always seen I'm not going to make it. It's always getting worse, and it's always getting worse. But
Mm,
when I start to shift, when I start to, even if sometimes you can think yourself weak or not worthy or not man enough because you call for help,
mm,
when you start to only just getting help from your family, from not just people you say nah you'll be fine, but people who actually try their best to get
yeah,
up out of this situation,
yeah.
you start to think it's possible and you start to think it's going to make it, it's going to work, it's going to be okay, and then
Mm,
you're going to start the upward
yeah,
spiral. I
yeah.
mean, sorry, go ahead.
No, go on, no, go on, go on.
I mean, the only thing I have the experience to live, to feel, maybe, it's you just have to be careful about the tests, the trials God put you in your way. Because when I started to think like this, to act like this, my father got a car that he loved. He paid him for his retirement from his matrix job. And if it was one car I don't have to break, it was this one, and I had major crash with this car.
Mm,
Miraculously, thank God, being so get off this alive, but it was a trial. Either I
Mm,
go back to depression, I was trying to do it and I failed and go back in depression, or I said, okay, that's it. Now I have a clear objective. I need to buy this car again. So I start
mm,
to put in the work. I start to do what it needs to do, put in shape, put in right things. And I believe it was the starting point on my upward spiral because I often said I wasn't really a believer, but I say God sent me a trial and I tried to pass successfully. I'm not
yeah.
successful yet because I don't have the car, but I will do.
Yeah, you're getting there. You get the main thing is that you're on that path. The main thing is you're on that path, and God sends us tests all the time.
Mm.
How are you going to deal with this? Boom, it's going to throw something at you. How are you going to deal with this? Boom, you're going to throw something at you. And
Aikido.
yeah, exactly. One of the things that I say as well sometimes to myself is that if I can't control it, don't worry about it. If it's in my control to solve the problem, however long it's going to take, then I'll try and solve that problem. If it's beyond my control and I can't control it, then I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to
Yeah,
move on. Okay, you can put it in the perspective of your car crash. Okay, cool. Your car crash happened. Okay, there's no point in dwelling over it. Now you've got a clear objective, which is what you've got now to actually move yourself forward to buy that car back. Now that's something you can control. Do you know what I mean? And that is in your control.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know what I mean? And you're doing exactly what you wanted to do with regards to that. So is that all within the copywriting campus that you're
Yeah.
doing all of this? Excuse me. So that's all within the
No worries.
copywriting campus. That's absolutely. So you've told me how much you told me how much you've made and everything else. So and you told me a few stories. Okay, so what would you say has been out of all of the stories that you told me? What would you say has been the hardest part of
About
your
the
journey?
copywriting campus,
Just about your heart, yeah, or yeah, copywriting campus, or the hardest part of your journey, full stop. Just you personally as well.
I mean, the hardest part was to stop being foolish myself because you always start to think if this happened or this is not working or worried about, as you say, worrying about things that are not in your control.
Yeah.
Because as you can see in my background, I was kind of a little geek at the time. So it's hard to step up into the man worlds.
Yeah.
So in life, before this car accident, I haven't really have the click in the mind to start to step up. But in the copywriting campus, Professor Andrew started something was called an Agoge program. It's because of the Spartan make the Agoge training before they were men,
Mm-hmm.
and it pushed ourselves mentally and physically with burpees. I wasn't really a sports guy, but burpees, 100 burpees a day if you want to stay in the program, where it share a lot of impactful insight about his life, about his career.
Yeah.
And when you start to do this, you do this in like, why do I do it? Why I'm doing this? Why I don't just lie? But before this, you will learn brotherhood. You will learn how to treat yourself with respect and pride. So you continue because you see others continue, so you continue. And at the end of the program, Professor Andrew get this sentence which I remember. Whenever you think this is going to be hard, remember this program as you pushed yourself to your limits
Mm.
and ask yourself, with go talk to this person will be as hard as doing 200 burpees.
Mm.
And then it shift. I mean,
Yeah.
I've survived this program, survived. So going to into this person, get this call. I mean, even this call right now, if it was 1 year before, I was I will be scared. No other
Mm.
word. I would be scared.
But you wouldn't. Again, things happen for a reason. So there's a reason for everything that's happening in your life, and they are the steps and they are the paths that, as you say, God has chosen for us to go down. So that is your path. So you know, you were where you were a year ago. Now you're
Mhm.
not. That's the reason why you're here. So you got to keep moving that forward. So yeah, that's what I would say to that. So, like you've mentioned many things as well. I'm trying to think, what would you say that your car accident was your biggest turning point, or would you say that something else was the biggest turning point? In the sense of, obviously, you knew at that time that you'd done something, and you knew that you had to turn this around. And do you know what I mean? You needed to actually knuckle down and get on with it. Would you say that that was right, or would you say that it was something else? Realizing this could be even with work as well.
And
So realizing that you can earn the money that you're earning, or you can push forward. What would you say was the
the big turning
turning?
point.
Yeah, the big main turning point. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, when I think about this, I would say the Agoge program, the story of the Agoge program I said was the first turning point when I pushed myself to the limits,
Yeah.
which I see that if the mind is it's focused on something, you can do it. So,
Good.
and as Andrew said, your mind is the only thing you can control. So the
Correct.
physics follows, obviously.
Yeah.
But I would say, even if this program put me in the right path, I always said the car crash give me the clear objective. Before it
Mm.
was just a dream, not just a dream, but it was an objective, but objective of doing well, get some
Yeah.
money, get kind of
Yeah.
quit my job, live, not become a billionaire for obvious, not obviously, not becoming a millionaire, but being free. And the car crash gave me the clear objective. Like
Yeah.
now I need to do this. So as Professor Andrew teaches us in the copywriting campus, I can reverse engineering. I need to buy this car. This costs much. I need to do this. I need to do this. So what can I
Mm.
do today to lean into this?
Yeah.
So the turning point was the Agoge program, but the moment I get the clearer objective of my life was the car crash, after the
Was
car crash.
yeah. So you set yourself that goal now, which is where you had kind of like a dream aspiration to get there, but now you have a goal to get there. So what you got to remember, once you've bought the car back in a couple of months, see what I'm doing there? So once you've bought the car back in a couple of months, then you can still stay on that path and set yourself another goal personally to actually achieve the next step for yourself. Because obviously what you're doing is fantastic, because you're doing this to obviously purchase the car back,
Mhm.
but then you also have an objective for yourself as well. That's what you got to remember. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's great that you're doing it for somebody else, because then when it's like you're giving. So that's for me, it's admirable that you're just giving and giving and giving, and you want to do this because you want to give back. And also, once you have done that, like I said, remember that you have got a goal. Set yourself that same goal next time round. Okay, cool. Well, maybe I want to buy myself a car. Maybe I want to buy myself a house. Maybe I want to go on X holiday. Maybe I want to have enough money in the bank to travel and just stay in hotels for the next 6 months and work. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you have. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you set yourself those other goals, and by you setting goals, then you've got always something to work to. Like you've set yourself a goal now for something
Mhm.
to work to. You set yourself a goal in every way, shape, or form in life. So you've got that to work to. I've got to get to that up there. How do I get there? Do you know what I mean? And by obviously continuing what you're doing, looking at what worked to get you to get the car, something worked to get you to get the car. So, okay, cool. Well, let's use that method and look at it and see if we can take it to the next level. Do you know what I mean? That's always the way. It's always the way, and you will get there. I know you will get there. Okay, so have you heard of the TRW 2.0?
How did I heard
Have you heard of
heard
it? Have
idea
you,
about?
yeah, have you looked into it? Because
Um,
this might be something that can help you as well.
well, I heard of it because of the notoriety of Andrew Tate in 2022 before he was banned from Instagram. I mean,
Mm.
with his controversial opinion, he was everywhere on the internet. So you see it one time, you see it two time, three time,
Yes,
four time,
1,000 times. Yeah, yeah.
and I am the type of people like when you tell me this person is bad or this person is mean or you don't have to talk to this person because of X, Y, or Z.
Mm.
One time or another, I'm going to see why those people say this.
Exactly, exactly. Say these things. Yeah, exactly. Say these things. But they're like the university that you're in at the moment. They're upgrading it to the 2.0, so it's the next level.
Yeah.
So your next level university, um, sorry, TRW is what I was kind of like going into, because that might be able to help you like with what you're doing copywriting. So if you ever need anybody, because obviously the university that you're in at the moment, the real world that you're in at the moment, gets updated every morning,
Mhm.
with new information, so they can help you log in and get you better. But also the new platform that they're on, the 2.0, also allows you to have access to the job board. The job board means that if you needed anybody to help you out to maybe achieve certain goals or do something that, if you get busy, you can't manage, then there's always someone there that would actually help you. And they are tried, tested, proven, and they're there and they've got the same mindset as you. You've also got the wallet, which helps you to, if you had someone from the TRW, you can just put money into that wallet and then you can pay them that way rather than having to exchange bank details and stuff like that over the phone. So that's the new, some of the new features of the 2.0, which is TRW 2.0. Okay. So
Yeah.
that might be able to help you moving forward. So have you got a plan on how to obtain more customers currently than you have at the moment? How many clients do you have at the moment?
And from now, just two.
Just to, and how do you have a plan on how to say get four, to get six, to get 10, 5?
The plan I was going to implement in the next month, I've
Mm,
collaborate with other G's in the real world. We form a brotherhood. So we have one G who take care of the AI stuff to automated outreach, sending
awesome,
email, creating voice agent to call the
awesome.
people and sell those AI agent to people. I have also start to create my own marketing agency. So like
Hmm.
this, I will going to. That's why I'll look forward to the job board
Hmm.
to, if it allow myself to put some job announcements to find someone who excel in the way that I don't.
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to this functionality. But concretely, we are going to double down the outreach. Currently, we are with the voice bots and the mail. We are 100 outreach a day. We're looking forward to go to 300 to
Hmm.
get two new clients by the end of this month.
Awesome.
So as it's going to be at least a 4K client
Hmm.
per month to leaning to the 10K mark. And after this, we're going to launch the marketing agency, which is going to be occupied to find other people who want copywriting stuff like SEO. I'm going to use my killer case study, as Professor Andrew said, with my plastic surgery client
Hmm.
to speak to other people in my favor. And with this, I hope to implement, not implement, I hope to be heard about in the plastic surgery niche because it's a niche with a huge ROI,
Hmm.
even if we can do ads. But I've seen a lot of surgeons who would need AI. We need also SEO optimization and all this. So we're going to triple down outreach to get two clients per month, two 4K clients per month in the AI stuff like AI phone calling agent or mail responding agent, and
Hmm.
create the agency with my brother in blood, to get people in the plastic surgery to take care of this website, to taking of their ads, to taking care of this. What's the English word? Ah, let's say mouth to mouth.
Yeah, face to face,
Yeah,
or
no, it's one people talk about another one. It's
uh,
like in French, it's mouth to ear, but I
okay.
don't know the expression in English.
English. Okay, cool. No problem.
And each client can be a 3 to 4K client also, and
Hmm.
which we split 50-50 with my brother.
Hmm.
So by the end of the December, we hope to be at this minimum 5K month,
Yeah,
and in the best case 15K month, which allows me to upgrade my status in the copywriting campus and get access to more and more value provided by my professor, and looking forward to the next opportunities 2.0 going to give us.
cool. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. So I look forward
Thank
to
you.
hearing about that. I look forward to hearing about it in a couple of months when I give you a call back. I look forward to hearing about that and how you've actually moved forward. Do you think you'd have been able to kind of achieve all of this
Yeah,
if you wasn't in the real world?
if I wasn't in the real world,
If you wasn't in the real world, do you think you'd have been able to have this kind of mindset
no,
to achieve all of the things?
no, because the real world gave me the mentality and the hunger to want what I want now. Before the real world, I was lost. I want to make money. I want to be free, to be independent, but I didn't know why, and
Right.
I didn't take the step to move forward. But
Yeah.
because of the real world, now I know personally some wealthy people that I can get asking tips, or I have access to people like Professor Andrew or Professor
Yeah.
Dylan, or even people like Andrew, Tristan, or even you. I don't know if you here are in the background of the real world, but who can give me tips. So it may the lone wolf strategy. It's stupid. I've learned this when I've gone in the real world, because you always need someone with most experience and more life experience to
Yeah.
guide
Yeah.
you through.
Guide you through to make you understand everything, to make you,
Yeah,
you know, yeah, to just help
to
you along
help
there.
you understand. Yeah,
Yeah, they've
because
been there, they've done it.
they can just say, here is the path, even though the professor are doing this, but you have the path, you need to follow it. If you don't follow
Mm.
it, it's your mistake. But if you
Yeah,
don't have this path, you're going to make many mistakes before
yeah,
going to your objective.
exactly. You need to just keep going with it. Okay, that's been amazing. So it's been amazing talking to you.
It's
Thank you
been
very much for
amazing.
your time. Keep doing what you're doing. Once you hit your car, which you will do in a few months' time,
Going
think
to
about the
share it
plan for
to
yourself. Oh, is your brother in the real world as well? I forgot
my,
to ask.
sorry.
Your brother. You said you're working with your brother.
No, no, my brother aren't in the real world. It's
Is in
not
the
a
world.
no. I try to make it inside, but I don't think he would be. But he
Cool.
learned the lesson with me.
Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. That's good. As long as he's working with you, at the end of the day, he sees where you're going to. So, that's entirely up to him. So, yeah, as I was saying, keep doing what you're doing. Keep pushing on. Once you've bought your car, then think
It will be
about
shared.
once you think about your next step and going beyond your next step, look at what worked for you to actually get you to that point, and then obviously implement that and double down on it and keep it moving, basically. And then we'll see you again in here very soon.
Thank you for the opportunity, for the
No
interview,
problem.
and I will looking forward to the next step and the
Absolute
next
pleasure. Yeah. And
with
yeah, I
great
look forward
pleasure.
to hearing about your journey next time round.
I will share it in the real world. No mistake.
Cool, good stuff.